In this video we are going to talk about animals that were scarier than dinosaurs. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. What makes something frightening, eerie, terrible, or simply unusual enough to haunt our dreams? For some, all it takes is a spider or a snake, but for others, an eldritch terror is required. Many of the more renowned prehistoric monsters became legendary because something about them provokes a primal sensation of terror in our mammalian brains, whether it's the size of their teeth, the fact that they're coated in spikes, or their sheer size. Hopefully, somewhere in this post, you'll find a species that sends a shiver up your spine and that you're glad died out. It can only bother you in your dreams now. Number 10. Helicoprion. The enigma surrounding this strange fish begins with a strange fossil and countless attempts to determine what it was and how it should be classified. For nearly a century, paleontologists and ichthyologists have been baffled by Helicoprion. Until 2013, the only traces of this creature were a fossilized whorl of teeth. While most scientists believed that the teeth belonged to the lower jaw, the teeth's putative placement migrated about the body in a variety of creative combinations, as depicted in countless depictions and reconstructions. The placement of its buzzsaw-like teeth was finally confirmed to fill the lower jaw with the later discovery of certain sections of a jaw. Strangely, this creature lacked top teeth, allowing it to both gum and bite you at the same time. Like a circular saw blade, the jaw would close, spinning the teeth rearward. It most likely ate squid and other cephalopods' soft bodies. The whorl of teeth was produced when they grew outwards in a spiral as they grew older, with the teeth at the beginning of the whorl being little and progressively growing in size toward the end. Number 9. Arthropleura. When you're out for a hike, you don't want to encounter something like this crawling about in the woods. Arthropleura was an 8.5-foot-long millipede from the Carboniferous period, and despite the fact that it was herbivorous and presumably fed on decaying plant materials like current millipedes, it still has a terrifying reputation. The fact that it won't try to devour you doesn't mean it won't be weird when it scurries around. Arthropleura could move and maneuver fast, undulating hundreds of legs in rhythm to nauseate and annoy those observing, according to fossil trackways uncovered. These are the world's largest land invertebrates, and while they are unlikely to have had any predators, they could definitely rear up in a protective position and stare you down. Number 8. Smilodon. During the Pleistocene epoch, the legendary saber-toothed cat roamed North and South America. It was around the size of current lions and tigers, but it had enormous upper body strength, which is used to wrestle its prey to the ground. It would then employ its serrated, 11-pointed claws' large fangs to deliver a fatal bite to the victim's throat or a stabbing wound to the lungs. In either case, those long teeth would puncture your skin and sink into your flesh if it ran you down. Even though its bite was weaker than that of modern big cats, it was nonetheless a dangerous predator. Number 7. Livyatan melvillei. Livyatan melvillei existed during the Miocene epoch, and is connected to current sperm whales like Moby Dick. It was 44 to 57 feet long, with a 10-foot-long head containing 40 14.5-pound skeleton's teeth that are long. These are the longest eating teeth yet discovered in any animal, extinct or alive. They ate huge prey, including other whales, at the surface of the water. Because it was directly fighting for food with Megalodon, this whale grew to be so huge. Number 6. Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is one of the most awe-inspiring and terrifying monsters to have ever roamed the planet. It possessed a crocodile-like elongated cranium and a snout with around 64 straight, conical teeth. There was no way to get away from this fish and dinosaur-eating monster, as evidence suggests it was semi-aquatic. Spinosaurus is the largest of all known carnivorous dinosaurs, surpassing T. rex and Giganotosaurus. While the actual size of Spinosaurus is unknown, recent discoveries and analyses show that it was between 41 and 59 feet long and weighed more than 20 tons. It had elongated neural spines running down its back, forming a sail-like structure that made it appear even bigger and scarier. Number 5. Sarcosuchus. Sarcosuchus was a Cretaceous crocodile-like reptile that lived in what is now Africa and South America. It was 40 feet long and weighed 10 tons. When a predator can move between land and water, it's considerably more difficult to get away from when it wants to devour you. It has a 6-foot-long cranium with 132 teeth. Sarcosuchus was larger than almost all of the dinosaurs that lived in the same area, and evidence suggests that it ate enormous terrestrial food. This monster ate dinosaurs. True, it ate mostly fish and spent much of its time beneath in water, but the fact that it could take down such a massive creature as Saccomamus is concerning. Number 4. Titanoboa. This one is for those of you who suffer from ophidiophobia. During the Paleocene epoch, Titanoboa was a 42-foot-long snake. It most likely hunted in the same way that crocodiles do, lurking half-submerged at the water's edge, waiting for thirsty, unsuspecting prey. It would attack from the water, wrapping itself around its prey and squeezing it to death. It lived in the South American rainforests, where temperatures were warmer than today's tropics. Cold-blooded reptiles were able to grow larger than modern reptiles as a result of this. Indiana Jones' fedora would tremble at the sight of this serpent. Number 3. Giganotosaurus. Giganotosaurus measured 43 feet long, and was only 3 feet longer than Tyrannosaurus rex. It possessed a 5.2-foot-long skull with 64 8-inch-long compressed and serrated teeth that were designed for slashing into flesh rather than shattering bone like Tyrannosaurus teeth. Giganotosaurus existed in what is now Argentina during the Cretaceous epoch. It was connected to the African Carcharodontosaurus, which was about the same size. Giganotosaurus may have been a pack hunter who hunted giant sauropods, according to evidence. As a result, it would be the only theropod that hunted sauropods. Another unique trait is that the lower jaw has been somewhat widened, allowing it to handle smaller prey. If Giganotosaurus got the chance, it's easy to imagine it chewing down on the flesh of some wacky bipedal creatures. Number 2. Megalodon. This 59-foot shark shared the same waters as Livyatan melvillei and hunted alongside it. It had gigantic 7-foot-wide jaws with 5 rows of 276 compressed, blade-like teeth designed for cutting and gripping large prey. Sharks have cartilage skeletons that are rarely preserved in the fossil record, therefore paleontologists can only go on the jaws of Megalodon and a few trace fossils to form their hypotheses. Megalodons have a body form that is similar to that of a larger, more robust great white shark. If Megalodon hunted in the same way as great white sharks do, it would have surprised its prey from below and delivered precise blows to immobilize it with an incredibly hard bite. Sharks have been observed swaying their prey from side to side to maximize bite force. Megalodon was an active predator of giant whales, according to fossil evidence of teeth marks discovered on whale vertebrae. Even if they hit bone, their teeth had a structure that would rarely fracture. Number 1. Gecalopterus. Giant sea scorpion in 3 words. That's correct, this 8-foot-long arthropod has pincher claws and lives in the sea. To be honest, all eurypterids are terrifying, and this entire page could be devoted to describing how terrifying they are. They are nightmare fuel, as many of them resemble the facehuggers from the Alien film trilogy. Gecalopterus possessed segmented bodies with specialized limbs, some of which were spiked. They had spring-loaded claws, with the largest having an 18-inch spiky claw, to snare fish as they passed by. Sea scorpions of smaller sizes have been found to crawl onshore to mate and even shed their outer skin. Imagine discovering one of these beasts mounts on the beach right before you go swimming. You keep your distance from the shore, already filled with dread and fear. Then you notice a shadow in the hazy sea. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.